Hey guys, I'm Julia Wild, and this is week 1 of a 4-part vlog series from the epic month-long road trip we took through New Zealand in a camper van with my dad. Most people plan out their entire trip, but all we had were a bunch of pins on the map of things we wanted to do and 30 days to try and get to as many of them as possible. We visited in February, which meant that it was slightly colder but also cheaper and less crowded than if we'd come during peak season. We drove more than 5,000 kilometers, exploring 35 of New Zealand's most beautiful and exciting adventures on both the North and South Island. This ended up being one of the best trips of my life, and I'm so grateful I got to share this unforgettable experience with 2 of the people I love most in the whole world. Okay, we're about to head off to the airport. We have the whole fam here. They're gonna run the house, make sure nothing burns down while we're gone. These are all the bags. Arthur's gonna be amazing at straps by the time we get back. Ricky, you ready? You ready? You! It is like 10 a.m. We are at the airport. We were waiting to pick up my aunt. We all got smoothies. We were trying to figure out on the map what the fuck our plan is because now we have no plan. I got the berry smoothie. Dad got the mango smoothie. Do you like it?
I do.
He likes it. We're gonna pick up my aunt and then we're gonna get shuttled to pick up the van. Yeah. And then I guess we have to buy food. We are really jet lagged. We only slept like 3 hours last night. It was rough, but we made it to New Zealand. Okay, it's 10:30. We are at the shuttle area. It is about to take us to where our camper van is. And we get to see our van for the first time. Peggy's guarding the bags. We made it to the van place, but no one's here. How are you feeling, Dad?
I'm excited for my van.
Look at, he's professional adventurer. Got the whole fit. What are those? Give me a spin. Show me this brand new outfit. He got it just for New Zealand. Ready for adventure. Okay, so we're here waiting to sign up our van. They have this massive wall of pamphlets. And look at this place. We're right in the perfect season where we can pick all of these berries. I definitely want to go this place. We've arrived at this hotel, which is where my aunt is going to be staying for a couple of days, I think. Okay, we've made an important discovery in this beautiful, lush-ass park. Ricky, what is it?
We got trampolines.
Ricky, you need to tell the people what you were just talking about. Why do you like this park so much?
I like it that every playground in New Zealand is different. In America, they make them all like cookie cutter, the exact same equipment. So you kind of get bored. But over here, every single one is different. So you can bring your kids like on an adventure to all these different places.
Slides and rock climbing walls and trampolines and like rope structures, and all the trees are beautiful, and it's like right on the water. And it's not like they've sanitized it the way American parks often are, where they take away everything fun so kids don't get hurt. Like here, you can see kids are actually climbing and trying things and building stuff, and it looks beautiful. It's our first official meal at a restaurant. I got lamb shank. Dad got
Chicken and mango salad.
Peggy, what did you get?
Fish and chips.
Ricky, what did you get?
Blue mushroom.
You got blue cheese and mushrooms. Ricky just likes getting the weird stuff. So we're feeling super inspired right now. What are we about to go do?
Live here in New Zealand forever?
Yeah, other than try and move to New Zealand forever. Look at this tree on the beach. We got the straps and we got the camera, and we don't really have a plan, but we're just gonna try and make some magic happen. We got Dad and Peggy holding down the fort. This tree is like pure magic. Holy titties. And Ricky is showing me one of his favorite trees from when he was a kid. Okay, so I just need to document. This is where we spent the first night. We're alive. Look at this park. Look at how pretty it is. Look at this grass. So squishy. And my dad's bed was down here. And our bed came out more, but it was like up here. It's a very small space. We live. Ricky, how you feeling?
Amazing.
It is 9:30 a.m. We have survived our first night in New Zealand. We are plugging in all of our gear because Aunt Peggy's letting us steal her outlets because she's the best. We're about to make our plans for the whole trip because we've planned basically nothing, and she's already been here for a long time. So we have a rough list of everything we want to do, and we're going to kind of pin it on the map and then figure out which way we're actually driving. We know we're doing the top of the island first, and then we will do the bottom of the island. And when we don't have places like this to plug in, we're going to need to pay for campgrounds where we can plug in our van to charge, which we didn't know. We thought that the van, like our van, would have like a battery pack that we could plug our gear into, but we don't. So we have everything off of one little dongle. This is the New Zealand grass. It doesn't even look real. Everything here is like too pretty. We have Dad and Peggy. They have made it. Ricky, into the bunkers below. This is where we're gonna survive the apocalypse. Okay, so this is one of the main bunker chambers, I guess. Ricky was saying that when he was a kid, there were no lights, so when kids would come down here, it was all dark and like super sketchy and people would spray paint things. But now, it's a classy tourist establishment. So this is actually kind of cool. This apparently is where like the lamps would be in the wall with a piece of glass covering it so that the flame would not be near where all of the cartridges were kept. So this is like this little candle room, cartridge room. Aunt Peggy in all of her glory. We're losing the boys. We've lost them. Each one of these shells weighed 100 kilograms, which is basically me times 2. So 2 of my body weight in each one of the shells that would go and blow shit up. I don't know what's happening, but I'm following Ricky. Oh, that is. We're going to, small child. Lamp rooms. There you go. That's where the lamp would be, behind the glass, not be near the shells. Do notice everyone here is barefoot. No one gives a fuck. New Zealand is so wholesome. Okay, so we've come out of the tunnel. We're up on the hill. We're heading up. We were going this way and I couldn't find Ricky for a second, and then we found him. A happy boy. You happy? Okay. We are going up the hill. Oh. This was mostly used in World War II, but also some of the gun stations were from World War I because the bay goes out and wraps around that way. So any ships coming in would have to pass this whole area. And then, that is the city. Look at the view. It's beautiful. My family. Also beautiful. Oh yeah, very nice. So I know I keep talking about the grass, but as we're finishing up here, New Zealand smells good. It's like sweet and it's warm and the sun is warm. It's like a little windy and we're up on the mountain, which is why I'm wearing Ricky's shirt, but like everything here is friendly. There's nothing spiky. There's no spiders or spikies in the grass. It just wants to be your friend. I see why people live longer here. And on that note of why people live longer here, this is why Ricky is probably not gonna live longer than most people. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, fucking no. Oh my God. Oh. I didn't get to film much here, but we're at Piha beach. I think I'm saying that right. Me and Ricky just shot a bunch, so I'm completely soaked. This dress is wet and it just started to rain. It was beautiful weather. Look at these rocks. Stunning. Very wet and soggy. This is the only part of van life that I don't love, is when you're really wet and cold and feeling gross, you just climb back into your van. We have nowhere to wash off. I think I'll baby wipe and then change into dry clothes. I'm so excited to show you guys these pictures. It is day 3. We've arrived at the caves. The family and the children in this small van, who were coming out right as we got here. Little kids were covered in mud, like mud on their cheeks, mud all over their clothes. And I kind of like looked at them, and the kids just gave me a big thumbs up. And I asked the mom, I'm like, how are the caves? And she's like, oh, they're great. My kids just decided to like mudslide the entire way out. This is our outfit check beforehand. This is Dad's cleanliness level beforehand. We have Daddy-O's first steps entering this magical realm. Oh, it's cold. You can feel like cold air coming out of here, and it's really pretty. And you can also see skid marks down the clay from where it looks like people have just ate shit. So we've only been in the cave a couple minutes, and I think we realized that the path continues through the water. And though people put stones, but we have on like hiking boots, and because we don't have any place to dry off our clothes, if we get all wet, it's gonna be an uncomfortable night. So I'm gonna watch Ricky wearing his favorite Cirque du Soleil jacket at the most appropriate times. We are out of the cave now. We didn't make it very far because we all realized that we cannot be wearing like shoes and pants because we have to go through the river and then the rocks and the river and the rocks. So Dad is getting his fancy sandals on. Ricky's changing to togs, and I'm in sport mode. I got myself a nice stick. And the water's actually pretty cold in here. This is amazing. And look at all these stalactites and stalagmites. That rock looks like a dig.
Good job, Daddy-o, you got this.
That's a stalactite. It goes from the top down. This is a stalagmite because it goes from the bottom up. And at some point when they join, it just becomes a column. And these are made out of millions and millions of teeny tiny little drips that have mineral deposits that roll down. So if you look really closely, you can see how all the little minerals build up. Look how perfect it is. So this is what the inside of the cave looks like. I don't think it's picking up on how many of them there are. It looks like stars in a galaxy. And we're deep inside the cave right now. This is like pure magic. A moment of reality check. I have a stick, but it just snapped in half. Ricky's way up ahead of me. This big cavern, all the glowworms that I just took a picture of are up there. I'll try and post a photo of it because it's kind of hard to explain. But the walking situation is difficult because this rock is basically like polished marble. Like if you can see, it's super smooth. And then on top of that is covered in this like really slick clay. So anywhere you look, you can see like skid marks from where someone took a step and then just ate shit on the way down. So I think we might have reached the end of our caving journey, although this was magical. And I love everything about this place. If we keep going that way, where Ricky was, he says there's like a drop off and things get kind of crazy. And it also sounds like there's a waterfall back there, which I don't know how that's possible, but I think we're gonna head out while we still have lights.
I'm so glad I came.
Good.
I think this is one of my favorite columns in the entire place because so much water is pouring off of there. But it's super like sparkly and has all these perfect little like divots, and then the waterfall comes down. Can you see how perfect that is? This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And then here, all the little divots kind of fade away into this like really smooth, fleshy side. And the water's so cold and crispy. And we finally have gotten out of the muddy section, which is nice. I'm gonna leave my little tiny stick for someone else. Stick volunteer corner. Goodbye, my stick. You served me well. And the beautiful world out there. Okay, so we just got out into this beautiful, beautiful, big, big world of ours, and I totally didn't even see it at the beginning. This is the very official cave entrance sign. So if you ever want to come visit these caves, you just look in a field, find that sign, and head into deep, dark wood. This was the first and one of the only times we fully converted our camper van into dining room mode. We spent the rest of the evening sharing travel stories and playing games with Bethany, who we'd met in the cave. She'd already been traveling New Zealand for a few months and had a lot of great tips. Right as the sun went down, some local fire spinners showed up in the parking lot, so of course we went to say hi and play with them for a bit. Good morning, world. We survived another night. This is my 10th bowl of Sultana bran, as they call it here. It's raisin bran, but they call it Sultana bran. It's kind of what we're living off because we haven't wanted to deal with cooking or cleaning up things in the van yet. Here's all the other campers and people who spent the night, which was actually really cool because we got to make friends and it felt more secure, and there's a bathroom. So I think we're gonna head off to a beach now. We have to find a cafe with Wi-Fi at some point for my dad to send off some work, and hopefully I'll get some stories posted, because as far as everyone in my life is concerned, I've just disappeared for 4 days. Said nothing, so I'll start sharing some stories, and I'll check in with you guys when we're at the beach. So the weather currently looks like this. We also bought plums. Dad doesn't have any yet. Plums. We're eating a box of plums in the rain. And we have 37 minutes to go. So this might not be the right one, but that's where we thought we were going. And this is what it looks like. Do you want to go swimming in that? No. But apparently this is a protected marine mammal sanctuary, which is kind of cool, and they have some rules about the dolphins and the whales and the sea lions. Okay, we can't leave quite yet. Ricky's making friends with the locals. Told him he's not allowed to feed them bread or crackers because PSA, that's not good for ducks, but they're eating some peanuts. Wow, so handsome. Hi, look at your little face. This was easily one of the most beautiful campgrounds I have ever stayed at in my entire life. Plus, they have a super long grassy hill you can run down, if that's your kind of thing. Or you can take a dip in the crystal clear water to freshen up. So Ricky has told us this is a classic food out here.
G'day human beings, it's Tom, Julie and Ricky here, out in the middle of the forest in New Zealand. We're about to have our first meat pies we've ever had, except I've had many in my lifetime, but these guys have not. Oh, Tom has some good stories about meat pies, don't you, Tom?
Shepherd's pie.
3, 2, 1. Oh, it's so buttery and flaky. It's like a croissant had a baby with a breakfast burrito.
That's a good description.
Nom, nom, nom. So the meat pies were so good, we went back for more. We got 2 more meat pies, and we got homemade, very fresh, farm fresh raspberry ice cream. Oh,
that is so
Holy giblets. Daddy, we got ice cream. This is our second/third attempt of getting to 90 Mile Beach. Every time we find a road, it says that it's private property and that we are not welcome. And we keep trying to go to the beach because everyone says it's great, but apparently we will never get here. So after multiple hours of driving down probably one of the roughest roads we've seen in New Zealand, Ricky, what happened to our sand dunes we were gonna go play on?
We got really close, but we're on the wrong side of the river, we think. The wrong side of the ocean.
Basically, it went to a dead-end road, and the little kid told us to turn around because there was nothing for us here. Dad, do you like this road? Are you having fun?
Some road. Some road.
Yeah, it's very pretty, which almost makes up for the fact that I feel like my tailbone is bruised. And now we spent our entire day trying to find places we can't get to, which is kind of disappointing. But I think our next spot, we have to go now all the way back the way we came, like 2 hours in the other direction, to get to a place that will already be closed, but then we'll get to be there tomorrow morning. We have made it to the ferry. There's the prices. So we've almost made it to the other side. That is where we were. That's where we thought the sand dunes were. And we had driven all the way from the main road, all the way down. And then of course, we're just trying to go there, but we had to go all the way back up and around, and now we're doing the ferry. But in the meantime, we're gonna try and find a campground along here tonight. So we're leaving like the office where we were meant to book the sandboarding that we drove like 4 hours yesterday to find. We took a ferry across, came to the town opposite the sand dunes. We camped all night looking at the sand dunes. And what did they just tell us, Ricky?
Can't do it.
Why?
The boat, they can't get the boat down to the water.
So I guess they're doing road repairs because of all the rain and flooding that they had. So the guy who runs the tours can't get his boat from his house to the ocean to take us. So even though we were gonna book for 11 o'clock, and the three of us were gonna go sandboarding, the universe has told us no, which means we're on to another adventure. We have made it to the tree. Ricky, what's the tree called?
Tane Mahuta.
Tane Mahuta. This is like a sacred kind of tree, and it's just started to rain, but hopefully that'll be okay. There's a sign there that says we need to clean our feet so that we don't get like the mud diseases. New Zealand is very strict with their like biosecurity about keeping all of their environments pristine. Oh, but it's raining quite a lot now. Hey Ricky, show us how it's done. How to be a responsible citizen here. Scrub it up, dub, dub. There's so much mud on my feet. Ooh, Sophie dub, dub, dub. Still pretty muddy. Okay, we're gonna keep going. Squishy soap mat. All clean, ready to go. Ooh.
Minty fresh.
Minty fresh. We're going through a portal. So pristine. Okay, so I just realized what we're here for. Holy fuck. That's a tree. That is a tree. Okay, so here is the tree. And the information about the tree says that this seed may have been around during the lifetime of Christ 2,000 years ago. The trunk height is 17.7 meters. The total height is 51 meters. This is the biggest tree in all of New Zealand, and it's also one of the largest species in the entire world. One of the adaptations that helps it live so long is that its outer bark flakes off to keep the surrounding plants from being able to climb up its trunk and strangle it like the trees around it. It's also amazing that the diamond pattern in the trunk is caused by the tree twisting around to follow the path of the sun over thousands of years.
Of a family or trees and parts beside him and around, they continue to peg him down so that he forever remains upright.
Teamwork makes the dream work. We just finished a red dress suit. It was super pretty field of flowers. There's some cows over there, but they ran away. They didn't like our drone. Also, Ricky has just discovered on the drone that Dad has gotten the car stuck. This is in real time. I think the van is, you can kind of see it's over there on the road. Mr. Carmen is going to show us his expertise in dodging electrical fence lines. Good job. What did you just find? Oh, it's really good. It's like a little tart. Nice job, Daddy-o. Essentially, the update is this wheel is so sunk that the back bumper got stuck on the hill. So now the wheel's not even carrying the weight, and we have to dig it out with a stick. Dad, what did you just do? This is historic.
I got my very first phone case.
And we're in a mall because we have not had proper power now for a couple days, which means we have the laptops, the cameras, the drone, the iPhones, the power banks. Everything needs power. And then tomorrow we're going to pass back through Auckland again and head out on our big adventure into the wild. Are you excited?
I am excited.
Ricky, where are we?
We're at Devonport Beach,
And why are we here?
so we can go jump in some hot water.
We are also here because Cathedral Cove, which is one of the first things I ever pinned about New Zealand, is closed apparently because there was a massive rock slide and it's all shut down. We drove all the way out there and I got all cute looking and then they said we couldn't go, which means now we're here. So this is what Hot Water Beach looks like, and apparently there is geothermal activity under here. So everyone who has the shovels digs down into the sand and then the hot water comes up. This is one of the most insane things I've ever seen. Everyone's digging in.
That's what we need to get a picture of all of us going, ooh, wow, ooh.
So it's like really pleasant until your feet get a little too deep and then it just burns your feet like boiling water. I don't know if I can film this without being weird, but there's a tub behind me where it's actually steaming. Like, ow, fuck. Is it not burning you right now? It's like,
It's the core of the earth.
yeah, if you can see, everyone has like these little holes dug in. 10 out of 10 would recommend. In next week's video, we go to Shell Beach, Zorbing, a hot spring river, Hobbiton, and the most beautiful beach in all of New Zealand.